Gospel of Luke, chapter 6, verse 38, Jesus is stating, he is explaining to us a very important law of life. It is the law of the echo. This is what Jesus says. He says, give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For the measure you give will be the measure you get back. A law of life, the law of the echo. We get back from life what we give to it. There is an anecdote about a lady who was paging through the newspaper, and she looked at the advertisement section, the personal column, and there were these words: if you are lonely, depressed or desperate, call so and so number and just listen. Out of sheer curiosity, she dialed the number. A pleasant voice answered, and it said, whoever you are, wherever you are, there you will find God. You are never alone. No matter where you go, what your situation is, God is always there to help. And then the voice spoke of the law of the echo. The law says, shout into an echo chamber and a shout will return. Curse into an echo chamber and a curse will return. Sing a song into the echo, into the chamber, and a song will return. Yes, the law of the echo applies to life in all its aspects. We get what we give. In Luke chapter 6 verse 38, Jesus also tells us, if you forgive, you will be forgiven. Give, and you will be given. There is a famous story about a foolish man who had heard the Buddha teaching. And Buddha said this often in his teaching: never return evil for evil. One day he saw the Buddha walking, and he wanted to see if the Buddha really practiced what he preached. So he began heaping all kinds of verbal abuse on the Buddha. He said he was a fool, he was an idiot, he was a blockhead, and he used all kinds of 4-letter words. The Buddha heard him very patiently, And when the man ran out of words to say things, the Buddha spoke. He said, if a man declines to accept a gift from another, to whom does that gift go to? And the man looked at him scornfully. As any fool knows that it goes back to the giver. And the Buddha said, you have given me a heap of verbal abuse, and I refuse to accept them. The man had no reply. And then he added, the man who slanders a virtuous man is like a person who spits at the sky. The spit does not soil the sky, but on the contrary, it comes down on the face of the one who spat. The slanderer is like a man who flings dust into the sky, but the dust does not reach its target. On the contrary, it comes back on the face of the one who threw it. We get back from life what we give. We give abuse, we'll get back abuse. We give love, we'll get back love. Many who are lonely are depressed only because they do not follow the law of the echo. Or maybe they have forgotten or neglected the law to reach out to others. And so, if we find that we are lonely, desperate, it may mean that we have not reached out sufficiently to others. There was this lady who was deeply depressed. She was far away from her relatives and friends. One day she happened to visit a hospital and she saw this notice on the bulletin board which asked for volunteers to help those who were senior citizens, help in the department of geriatrics. And she decided to respond. And she says, each day I learned something new. One day she was sent to look after an old man who was forsaken, who was paralyzed, and who had given up on life. And while looking after him and taking care of him, she said, I love you. That man looked up at her and surprised, you mean you really love me? He said, I do. But she says, the whole incident had such an effect on her that it changed her life. It only illustrates the law of the echo. We get back what we give. Forgive, you are forgiven. Give, and you are given. And so Luke chapter 6 verse 38 is an invitation. It is an invitation and a challenge to check our lives, to see if we have neglected or forgotten this law of the echo. If we are lonely, if we are depressed, it may be that we have failed to reach out to others, or we may have returned evil for evil. And so the law of the echo tells us we get back what we give. Forgive, and you are forgiven. Give, and you are given love and you are loved. Sing and you hear a song. What we sow, that we shall reap. Give and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will be put into your lap. For the measure you give will be the measure you get back. We ask the Lord to help us to assimilate His thought, this law of the echo.
Novena prayer to the infant Jesus. O Jesus, you said, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened to you. Through the intercession of Mary, your most holy mother, I knock, I seek, and I ask that my prayer may be granted. Make your petition. And make some petition for others. O Jesus, you said, all that you ask of the Father in my name, he will grant you. Through the intercession of Mary, your most holy mother, I humbly and urgently ask your Father in your name that my prayer be granted. Make your petition. O Jesus, you said, heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass. Through the intercession of Mary, your most holy mother, I feel confident that my prayer will be granted. Make your petition. We make this prayer, dear infant Jesus, in your name, who with the Father and the Holy Spirit live and reign forever and ever.
We thank all of you who have participated in person and especially those who have participated online. From tomorrow onwards, the 22nd of July, till the 30th of July, every evening at 7, we will have the Novena to Saint Ignatius of Loyola, whose feast we celebrate on the 31st of July. So here in the church, physically and online, we will have the novenas every day, beginning tomorrow at 7 and continuing till the 30th of July. We hope and pray that you can join in. During these novenas, we will pray for the intentions of the world and for our personal intentions. I invite you to pass the message on to your friends, your acquaintances, your relatives, and join us here, even if online, at 7 tomorrow. And we will continue that till the 30th. God bless you all. Good night.